Hey, it's Ben. How are you doing? Okay, today, just like every other day, super important. Self-care. Self-care. Taking care of yourself. If you're struggling with anxiety, depression, agoraphobia, post-traumatic stress disorder, panic attacks, all that stuff just kind of lumped into one big basket, you likely struggle with self-care as well. Now, what is self-care? Self-care is really simple hygiene, brushing your teeth, putting on your skin cream, drinking enough water, making sure you're actually eating enough, eating decent foods, getting some exercise, getting outdoors, getting some fresh air, getting some activity, getting the blood moving, getting the blood pumping. All of those things, you know, as funny and as small and as simple as they may seem, they can make a massive difference in regards to how you feel on a day-to-day basis. I'll give you a perfect example. For me, when I was struggling with anxiety in a really big way, I lived on a constant diet of coffee, pizza, and pop. That was pretty much pop, soda. So that was pretty much all I did. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I make a big pot of coffee, and I would just drink coffee with sugar and cream all day long until the evening, and then generally what I would do is I would order a huge extra large pizza, which I would have for breakfast and lunch the next day. And I mean, you know, I would get really anxious going to the grocery store, so I felt crappy and I didn't want to get myself to go there, and the whole thing just kind of spiraled, and I ended up gaining weight and getting really uncomfortable and just felt horrible about myself. Here's the thing. If I had had a little bit less coffee, drank a little bit less pop, a little bit less soda, if I had eaten a couple less pizzas every day or per week, if I had you know, maybe drank a little bit less beer, a little bit less red wine, I would have felt dramatically better about myself. If I had taken my vitamins every day, I would have felt more energized. It would have felt more like getting out of the house, going for a run, going for a walk, going for a bike ride, going for a hike, doing whatever it was I needed to do to help myself feel better. Here's the thing. Most people who struggle with anxiety or panic attacks or any of these things, they don't take care of themselves. Please, I am asking you, do not fall for this. Make sure that no matter what, that every single day you at least get a little bit of exercise. Even if you can't leave your house, walk around in circles, do a couple of push-ups, do a couple of burpees, do whatever you need to do to just get a little bit of motion every single day, because your body really needs this. Now, if you think about it this way, we experience anxiety, we experience panic within our body. So when we don't get sufficient movement, sufficient energy, there's not a lot of oxygen floating through our system the way we need it to be. And as a result, our tissues get de-energized, our brain gets de-energized, we don't sleep well at night, and the whole thing just kind of spirals out of control. That was certainly what happened to me. And I noticed that there was definitely a direct correlation between, you know, the amount of coffee I drank and the amount of anxiety I felt. Now, I'm not saying that anxiety causes, that coffee or caffeine causes anxiety, because I do not believe that. And part of the reason I know that's true is because throughout the time that I was struggling with anxiety, I would take extended breaks from anxiety. I wish I could take extended breaks from anxiety. I would take extended breaks from coffee, and I would just drink, you know, like a herbal tea, a decaffeinated tea, and water. And so as a result, I had these times where I had no caffeine. But one thing is certain, I continued to experience anxiety during those times, but the experience of the anxiety was slightly different. Part of that has to do with hydration in your body. If you are not sufficiently hydrated, your experience of anxiety is likely going to be just a couple of notches higher. And the reason why is because your energy is just not flowing correctly. There's not sufficient electrolytes inside the body to carry the electricity through your system the way that it's supposed to go. So you end up getting, well, you know, for lack of a better term, and this is definitely not a medical thing, but you get like short circuiting that's happening in your body. So you end up getting these bodily symptoms. You know, you get tingliness in your fingers and your feet, or in your back, or in different areas, and you notice it happens around your head, and you get you know, crawly skin feeling. You get all these different symptoms that happen. A big portion of that happens as a result of dehydration. and making sure that you're not getting sufficient potassium and sodium in your diet as well. So if you're drinking tons of coffee like I was, well, you have a tendency to just get rid of all those minerals. So it's really important that you drink good water, have some balanced diet, meaning that you should have some greens in your diet, a little bit of meat. And I'm not a dietitian, so I'm not going to tell you how you should be eating, but definitely getting enough water, taking it easy on the coffee and some of the other caffeine things. Maybe you're a chocoholic and you should take a break from that. By the way, I personally believe chocolate's good for you, especially if it's dark chocolate. It has lots of other things in it that are actually quite calming for the body as well. But again, another topic. But make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Get a little bit of exercise, even if it's just inside your house. Just get a little bit of exercise. It'll help you sleep better. Make sure you're getting sufficient amount of good, clean water. And make sure that you're taking your vitamins and having a little bit of variety in your diet. Do your best to get some greens in your diet as well, and you'll notice that you feel, well, quite a bit better. You know, and when it comes to even just the little things like brushing your teeth and having a shower and changing your clothes, when you do that, when you have a shower, when you brush your teeth, when you change your clothes, you're gonna feel a lot better. Now, I'm sure there's many people out there that are listening to this and they're just like, brush my teeth, I mean, I do that. Change my clothes, I do that. But there are lots of people out there that don't. So it's really important that if you are one of these people that is at that place where you're just not taking care of yourself very well, do not let that slide. The reason it's important to not let it slide is that when the anxiety finally comes to an end for you, there's going to be a lot more rebuilding that has to happen. So if you can just help to maintain your body throughout that process as you're coming to the end of anxiety, by the time the anxiety is done, there's going to be a lot less rebuilding that has to happen in regards to your life, and you're going to feel a lot better about yourself as you're going through anxiety and working your way through anxiety and getting done with anxiety. So I hope you found that helpful. Take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your mind, take care of your spirit. Feel good. Help yourself feel good today. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, please share it on Facebook and YouTube. Write a comment, share it with some friends. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.